Namaskaram. Raftaar.
Sadhguru ji, namaste.
Puto, kya?
Sadhguru ji, I am really glad to be on this platform. I'm really glad I can ask you questions.
You're going to ask questions in the
I'll start
rap
off with a very
format?
basic.
You're going to ask questions in the rap format or…
How do you think music influences the youth? Like, how important is it?
It's not coming. Huh? How do you think music what?
Music is like important to the youth. Like, how can it impact somebody's life as a young guy, or maybe at a later stage? How important is music for somebody?
I thought rap is a conversation, huh?
Rap, music. For me, my music is rap. Everybody chooses their own music.
So essentially music means this. Human beings are making a lot of sounds. We talk, we walk around and make noises, we drive vehicles and make noises, we cook and make noises, we make all kinds of noises. When we arrange these noises, or sounds, let us say, when we arrange these sounds in such a way that whether people think through this like this or not, but when they are mathematically or geometrically in a certain pattern, then what was just sound becomes music. Why I'm saying geometrically is because the entire physical creation is a complex amalgamation of geometry. So sound also has a form. So when you utter the sound or how you arrange the sound will determine whether something becomes music or something becomes noise. So it is an arrangement. How it is done is… essentially we are able to do music not because of anything else, because we have very sensitive ears as human beings. We have the most sensitive neurological system, and that is why we are able to sense sound in such a way and arrange its patterns in such a way that it becomes pleasant and has a soothing impact or an impact that it'll make people move and dance. So, but now today, because I think rap allows people to converse in a certain way, this used to be so, you have seen the old opera singers and all, they were all talking in a different kind of music. So now the
Yes,
modern
definitely.
music has become young people in the colleges talking to each other in rap and arguing in rap and making their point in rap. I think if I'm not wrong, I think when people… when I really look at it, because I'm from 60s, I only look from that context maybe. When you look at people like Jimi Hendrix or even Bob Marley and others, I think if you listen to some of their songs, there is origins of rap. Rap is hidden in their music, but it's more like music. I think from that they pulled out people who didn't have the same… I think to make music more universal, rap has become a kind of a tool that anybody can participate in the music. I don't know if I have not been to the shows or things like that. Do you do shows like that if you say something, people can respond in rap?
I just got off a show and that's why I'm in the car. I wanted to be in a closed environment to talk to you, so we have just parked the car on the side, and I was like, I'm not going to miss this opportunity of being able to speak to you. I was just on stage right now, and I was doing this thing for India Today. It was for the youth. It was me talking to the youth, and I've also understood as an artist. One thing is that initially it was just classified that artists are singers, especially in India. But off lately, because we have made it in the market and people have accepted it, I have noticed that we have a voice that people love to listen to. They are ready to talk to us. It's almost like they feel like we are talking to them rather than just making them listen to a melody that will make them dance.
See, I think this comes from the origins, as I said, when particularly in United States, when the black community was subjugated in a very hard way. So for them, they could talk to each other, express their concerns, their emotions, their philosophies and ideologies came out in the form of music, and that was a fantastic expression for them. And today, the modern artists have made it a little more different, but essentially they started talking in music and it started in, you know, in the cotton fields of southern America which was very beautiful because if they were not even allowed to converse with each other. So it looked like they were singing a song, but they were talking to each other. And I was just asking, does it happen on stage that you and the audience respond and converse in rap? Does it happen? Or is it all a set piece?
It's all a set piece, but it's very rare that somebody comes up from the audience who responds in that lingo. But I usually try to address anything that if a song, the next song or something like that, in terms of rap, I like to juggle the words around and place it in a way that it comes across as poetry. And like you said about rap, Sadhguruji, the most beautiful thing I feel about it is it started with oppression, like you said, in the cotton fields of South America, and from there it originated and turned into a source of income for people. People are able to feed their families, achieve their dreams, and that traveled all the way from the States to India. And certain people like me have been able to do the same, express our views, and plus able to make money out of it.
Do some rap for me, let me see.
In fact, that was my next question. I've just done a song for this movie called Manto. Sadat Hasan Ali Manto ji, the great writer, and I had done a song for it, and it talks about the hypocrisy of the society, how people are not ready to accept the truth. And when we go ahead and
Nandita is making
that,
this movie, huh?
yes, definitely. So I've done the song for them, and it's just released recently, and it has got like a real good buzz. Like people have accepted what I was saying.
I missed the last sentence. Huh?
Hello. Yeah. So I would like to recite my lines from the same song because I personally feel they echo a lot with me. So my song goes like, जात में ये बांटते हैं, बांट के ये काटते हैं, कटने वाले खाट पे हैं, इनकी मौज रात में है, लाल बत्ती वाली गाड़ी ग्लास इनके हाथ में है, राजनीति में है चोर पुलिस इनके साथ में है, मेरी बातें तुमको सच नहीं लगती, सच्ची बातें तुमको यारा पच नहीं सकती, मुझसे ना समझ है दुगनी मेरी एज के, एक पैर कब्र में ये भूखे हैं दहेज के, बेटियों को मारते, बेटियां ना पालते, बेटियों पे दूसरों की नजरें गंदी डालते, लड़कियां पटा के उनको बंदी बोलते हैं और जो राजी ना हो उनको साले, आई कांट से दैट वर्ड, बाप रोज माँ पे ठोस हाथ जो उठाएगा, बेजुबान बोलने से पहले सीख जाएगा कि मर्द तब बनेगा जब तू औरतें दबाएगा, सोचे रही तो जल्दी देश डूब जाएगा.
Oh, you are just belting out a whole philosophy, huh? Political philosophy.
I like to write. I like to express.
What do you think if I see? What do you think if I start teaching all spirituality in rap? Huh?
I guess the youth will really like it. I guess that will be something new. I would definitely be downloading everything you're saying out there then.
Maybe I'll try. Huh?
Definitely.
You spend half a day with me and train me. Huh? I will start. I'll do one satsang in rap.
That half an hour will change my life more than I believe that.
I will.
But definitely, that's a good opportunity.
I will conduct one satsang in rap.
I will definitely love to monitor that and help you if I can in any way.
That's
that
good.
Would be something else.
So, rap is entering the movies or regular movies?
Regular movies, and gladly initially rap was just taken in as a means of entertainment where you go in a song and talk about clubs, alcohol, women, sexist things and things that just the youth likes more these days. And this was the question, Sadhguruji, like when I make a song which is all about dancing and partying and people go bad about it, and suddenly there is this part of the community that comes back at me saying you make songs which are about partying, which are about going out, having a good time, and then I make a song like this which doesn't fly off, it doesn't take off like the old songs do, because people are not accepting the truth. I get a lot of good messages, but the song doesn't spread. So how do I deal with this? How do I deal with the fact that I want to explain to the people that there is music for my soul and there is music for my goals. And when I do music for the goals, that is the music that gets my family fed. That is how I can treat everybody around me with a good life. And then there is music for my soul that I only do for myself. So how do I balance it? Like it's a bit, it's caught up in my head as well.
Well, you were the one who was saying, "Haath mein glass hai, lal batti," whatever.
Yes, yes.
So, unfortunately, we are going to a place in the society where the only norm is money and pleasure. Well, it's not that one should not have these things, it is just that that should not become the focal point of our life. So, it's an opportunity when people are listening to your music to infuse something into it, which also awakens them in some way. Maybe I'll write a song for you if you can sing it.
Definitely, that would be like like me on a
Gone,
spot now.
yes. Yeah, I can write some lyrics for you which you can rap it out if you wish.
Definitely, definitely. I would love to do it. I would love to do it. So,
So,
like I said, please go ahead, Guruji.
now the thing is, see, it is not… it is a wrong idea that if something is profound, it will not be listened to or it will not be heard by people. Yes, if you titillate their surface, more people will immediately go for it. But if something is profound and if you put it out the way they will understand and identify with it, you will see people will go for it. Today I must tell you, it's amazing and absolutely fantastic to see. I've been traveling to various schools and things, colleges. Colleges at least I can understand, but schools, between 12 to 15 years of age, a whole lot of school children are listening to spiritual talk. This was impossible when I was growing up, there was no way we would have heard a spiritual talk. And not forced by the parents, by themselves. They're listening to the talks. Wherever I go, school children know me. I say, how do you know me? But they say we are listening to the talk. So I'm saying it is a wrong conclusion to think that if you say something profound, if you say something transformative, people are not willing to listen. It's not true. They will listen, it's just that maybe how we say it have to change, but the message can be conveyed. I think every artist, every influencer has this responsibility in some way. You must not only touch people's lives, when you touch, you must also… when people allow you to touch their life, you must also transform their life. It's very important.
I'll definitely take that in. And like you see how social media has just given everybody the power to be a judge now. Everybody is a critic, everybody is a judge, and everybody decides what they want to say in just a matter of second without even going back and looking at how much of hard work has been put behind anything that you're looking at right now. So I would like you to say to all these people that are from my side how they should not be a critic instantly and not be a judge. They can't be judging everybody.
Well, this business of judgment also, people don't even stand up and judge, they judge anonymously in some anonymous name. So this is one
We
thing
call
that
them
everybody…
trolls.
this is one thing everybody should learn, that you can say whatever you want to say, but at least you must be willing to stand up and say that this is what I want to say. You don't be such a slink that you say it in somebody else's name, that should not be there. And there is a certain power for a human being to stand up and say something unpopular, no matter who likes it or who doesn't like it, but you're saying it because that's how you see it, it's perfectly fine, and that is the basis of our culture and our society. But these people making comments in somebody else's name is definitely a culture that has to change because it breeds irresponsibility that you can say something hiding behind another identity, which is not right at all, which has to be fixed on the social media. Social media is a powerful tool. Never before human beings had the ability to communicate as we're able to communicate today. So what are we going to communicate? Are we going to heap abuse upon each other, or are we going to communicate something that will change and transform the life upon this planet? This is something everybody should decide. All of you who are influencers in some way, you should see if you can, not becoming preachy, but being able to bring that responsibility in people around us, because this is needed for the country, this is needed for the well-being of the world, that human beings behave a little more responsibly, not only with their words, but with their actions and everything. This entire movement, what we are doing here in the form of inner engineering or Isha, is a movement from religion to responsibility. When I say religion to responsibility, for too long people have been pointing towards the sky for everything that's going wrong with their life and all the dastardly things that they're doing in their life. It is time that people take responsibility for whatever nonsense you are. You stand up and say, this is what I am. This much courage a man should have, this much courage every human being should have, that whatever I am, at least I take responsibility for what I am and I stand up and say what I have to say. Somebody likes it, somebody doesn't like it, that's their choice.
I'll definitely take this back with me. It makes me feel much better about what I have decided to do with my life. Sadhguruji, I'm looking forward to that opportunity of getting lyrics from your side.
Okay.
I'll definitely wait for those and
We will
put
do that.
something out. Thank you for having me. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me on your platform and for talking to me. I had a pleasure. I'm really thankful. Thank you.
We are right now on a movement called Youth and Truth that you know. So let's get the youth, let's get the youth to the truth as much as possible, because this is a youthful nation. All we have is population. If we transform our population into an inspired, balanced and focused population, we will be a miracle. Otherwise, we can make a disaster out of ourselves. It's my endeavor that we as a generation of people who have the tools of technology like no other generation, who have comforts and conveniences that no other generation had ever, we should not be a vain generation. We, in many ways, should become the best generation ever, because nobody was empowered like we are. So let's make it happen. Thank you very much.